Hey kittens, it's Megan, and today I am talking about the 9 new releases in July that I am most excited for. The first book on my list is The Sword of the Seven Sins by Emily Collin. This book takes place in a world that is ruled by the 7 deadly sins, and our main character, Eva, hates that. She hates the fact that people are killed because of this, and she wants nothing to do with it. Well, she's selected to be one of the 7 arbiters, I believe is what they're called, and she now has to be trained on how to take the lives. And so she is dealing with being sick about it because she couldn't refuse. Well, at the same time, her mentor, Ari, he is trying to help her, except he's in love with her and they can't give in to this love because it is a sin, and lust is a sin, and they will both die because of this. I'm fascinated by the 7 deadly sins, and this kind of just tickled all of my fancies, so I definitely want to pick this one up. It is released on the 6th of July, I believe. Next on the list is All These Monsters by Amy Tintera, and this is the first book in a new series where our main character, Clara, is trying to fight against, the fact that she has an abusive father, she's fighting against neglect, and she wants to fight against the monsters that are rapidly trying to destroy humanity. And so she joins the fighters, and it's her in a ragtag group, and when she gets into this, she has no idea what she's in for. And it just sounds like one of those fun, quick reads that Reboot was for me, so I am really excited, and this one comes out on July 7th. Next up is a book called The Princess Will Save You by Sarah Henning. This one is a rehashing, retelling, twisted version of The Princess Bride. It's inspired by it, and I love The Princess Bride. Ever since my stepdad showed it to me when I was a little kid, it's always been one of my favorites, and I'm excited to pick this one up. This one also comes out on July 7th, and I can't wait to read it. Up next is Lovelace by Alice Oseman, and this is a Own Voices novel written by I believe she is an asexual or an aromantic, and the main character is an asexual aromantic, and she is coming to the realization she's never fallen in love with anybody, she's never felt that desire, and so all of these different labels are being tossed around, and she is just trying to figure out who she is and what she wants. And as an asexual myself, I really just wanted to read something in that voice, and I'm excited that this one is coming out. This one does come out on July 9th, and this is one that I am most likely going to purchase. The next book on my list is He Must Like You by Danielle Young Ullman, and this one hits a lot of hot topics for me, especially negligent sexism. The main character, Libby, she's working at a bar, and she keeps on getting harassed by employees. She had a drunken hookup with her boss. She's about to be kicked out of her house because she's turning 18, and her parents want her to, move on with her life, go to college, whatever. And so she's trying to figure things out, but it goes a step too far when one of the patrons of the bar harasses her sexually and comes on to her, and she reacts badly and she decks him. And this whole thing is it's a horrifying topic, of course, but it's also the result of negligent sexism, because how many times as a kid were you running up to your parents when a child pulled on your hair or kicked you or hurt you, and they're like, oh, they must like you. Yeah, no. I mean, our parents didn't know any better at the time, but now looking back, that's negligent sexism, and saying that it's okay for you to be harassed by somebody who likes you, and that you should be okay with it. And I'm not okay with it. So I figured this is going to be an important read for me this month, and I'm excited to do it. It comes out on July 14th. Next on the list is The Storyteller's Daughter by Victoria McCombs, and this one also comes out on the 14th, and this is a retelling of Rumpelstiltskin. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Rumpelstiltskin, that fairy tale, just because it's 2 extremes, and I love it. All the versions I've ever read before that are takes on the actual fairy tale have been kind of campy and fun, and this one seems to be right up that alley, so I'm excited to add that one to my reading list. Next up is Shielded by Kaylin Flanders. This comes out on the 21st, and this one, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Goose Girl in the fact that she's a princess, second born, and the only way for her to help her kingdom is to be married off to the son of another kingdom, and on the way something happens and she goes off on her journey. And that's pretty much all I know about this book. Just kind of the same premise as Goose Girl, but I'm not sure if it actually is the Goose Girl fairy tale retold, but I'm excited about it, and so it is on my list. Next up is Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon, and this one is a high school story about these two students who have been competing with each other throughout their entire academic career, but then they are paired together during the scavenger hunt that the seniors go on at the end of the year, and they have to go from, you know, being enemies to friends to working together, and they might end up in love. And it seems like kind of a fun little story, so I'm excited about it, especially considering it takes on preconceived notions about another person and how when you get to know them you realize that they're not who you thought they were, and it really just advocates for not judging a person by, you know, first impressions. So I'm excited about that one. Next up on my list is Ever Cursed by Corey Ann Haydu, and this one is the story of four sisters who are cursed, and it's not because of anything that they've done, it's something that happened before they were born, and the only way that they can stop it from becoming a permanent curse is by confronting the witch who cast it. And so this book takes on them on their journey to meet this witch, them dealing with this witch, trying to figure out how to break the curse and everything, and that's all I know about it, but I'm excited. This one does come out on the 28th of July. This is the last one that I'm excited for this month, and I cannot wait to read it because I am all about these kinds of fairy tales. Like, I loved the fairy tale of the 9 Dancing Princesses, and just, this kind of has the same vibes for me, so I can't wait to pick it up. That is it for my list of 9 new novels to sink your teeth into. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and click on that little bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos. And I will see you guys in my next video. But let me know, what book are you most excited for to be released next month? I will include a link to the list of young adult releases coming out that I found on Goodreads down below. So just comment down below and I will see you next time. Bye!